time. It's the invisible river that carries us all, relentless, unforgiving, yet full of possibility. It doesn't pause. It doesn't wait. And once a moment is gone, it slips beyond our reach. I want to share with you a story of a young man named Adrian, who discovered through life's trials that every second matters. His journey became a reminder that the true wealth we have isn't stored in banks, but in the moments we choose to live fully. Adrian grew up in a quiet town surrounded by rolling fields and the gentle hum of nature. As a boy, he often wished for more time to sleep in, more time to play, or more time to avoid chores. He never thought much about it. Time felt infinite, like an endless road stretching far beyond the horizon. His laughter with friends under the old oak tree, his idle afternoons skipping stones at the lake, his careless promises of tomorrow all carried the same belief that there would always be another chance. But life has a way of shaking us awake. Adrian's grandfather, the man who raised him on stories of courage and wisdom, fell gravely ill. The strong hands that once carved toys for him trembled with weakness. The booming voice that used to fill the house with laughter became a fragile whisper. One evening, as the fading sun painted the sky in hues of amber and violet, Adrian sat at his grandfather's bedside. The old man took his hand and said, "When I was your age, I thought time would always wait for me. I kept postponing dreams, believing I had endless tomorrows, but tomorrow never came as often as I thought. Remember this, Adrian. Time is the most precious gift you'll ever hold. Don't waste it." Those words sank deep into Adrian's heart. That night, staring at the star-lit sky, he felt the weight of something he had never noticed before. Each second ticked like a drumbeat, steady, unstoppable. For the first time, he asked himself, "What am I doing with my time?" From that day on, Adrian made a quiet promise to never again treat time carelessly. He didn't transform overnight, but he started with small changes. At dawn, instead of sleeping in, he rose to help his mother in the garden, watching the golden lights spill across the earth as if every sunrise was a gift unwrapped before him. With his friends, he no longer wasted hours in idle gossip. Instead, he dreamed aloud with them, planting seeds of ideas for businesses, journeys, and futures they could create together. Adrian began to study not only for exams, but out of curiosity, savoring each fact and lesson like a treasure. He picked up writing, filling notebook after notebook with thoughts, reflections, and little stories inspired by life around him. He even started writing letters to people far away, seeking wisdom from strangers who soon became friends. Every action was small, but it carried intention, and little by little, Adrian felt himself grow. Time, once an unnoticed background rhythm, became Adrian's greatest ally. He realized that, when used with care, time multiplies its gifts. The hours he spent practicing a skill made him sharper. The days he spent nurturing friendships made his bonds stronger. The moments he gave to family created memories that would outlive him. Years passed, and Adrian left his hometown, not to escape, but to fulfill the promise he had made under the stars. He wanted to honor time by living fully. He traveled, worked hard, and built a career, but he never forgot what his grandfather had told him. He measured his days not by how much money he made, but by how much meaning he created. There were times he stumbled. There were days when he was tempted to fall back into old habits, procrastination, endless distractions, the illusion that tomorrow would always be there. But every time he remembered his grandfather's voice.
He remembered that life is not guaranteed. That realization pulled him back onto the path of purpose. Years later, Adrian returned to his hometown. His hair carried streaks of silver now, his face a little older, but his heart fuller than ever. The town hadn't changed much. The same oak tree stood tall. The same lake reflected the sky. But Adrian had changed. He walked to his grandfather's porch, where the old man now sat quietly, gazing at the sunset. Adrian sat beside him, just as he had years ago, only this time he carried with him not regret, but gratitude. The silence between them was soft, filled with the unspoken understanding of two souls who knew how precious this moment was. His grandfather, with a faint smile, said, "You've learned what many never do, that time is not about counting days, but about making each day count." Adrian nodded, his eyes moist. He realized that every step he had taken, every choice to use time wisely, had led him to this moment. And he knew that when his own time came to fade, he would not leave with regret, but with peace.
This story of Adrian is not just his, it's ours too. Because each of us is carried along the same river of time, we cannot stop it. We cannot rewind it, but we can choose how to use it. The tragedy is not that life is short, it's that we so often waste the shortness we have. So ask yourself, what are you postponing? A dream you've shelved for someday, a call to someone you love that you keep putting off, a book you've wanted to write, a journey you've wanted to begin, a kindness you've meant to share. Don't let time slip through your fingers while you wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Close your eyes for a second. Breathe. Feel the beat of your heart. Each beat is time moving forward, urging you not to waste it. Imagine years from now. Looking back, will you wish you had done more with the moments given to you? Or will you smile, knowing you lived fully, even in the simplest of ways? Adrian's grandfather was right. Time is the most precious gift. It cannot be bought, borrowed, or bargained for, but it can be honored. And when you honor it, time honors you back. With growth, with wisdom, with memories that light up your days like stars in the night sky. So live. Start the dream, make the call, learn the skill, forgive the person, take the step. Don't wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is never promised. The river of time is flowing, and right now you are standing in its waters. What you do in this moment matters. Every sunrise is an invitation. Every sunset is a reminder. And every second you hold in your hands is life itself. Make it count.